Why do farmers rotate crops?
Keeps the soil healthy.
Keeps the soil healthy. Remember, the soil is the environment. What are some other reasons?
Certain plants draw certain minerals from the soil, and if you keep growing the same crop from that soil, you'll deplete it completely of that, and it won't grow that anymore. So you have to rotate crops to take different minerals.
Yes. Have you ever noticed how teams that are performing really well, they're high-performing teams, everyone on the team is a rock star. But when they stay on the same product, on the same basic features for an extended period of time, they begin to get what I call transformation fatigue or agile fatigue. It's like they're depleting the soil of the nutrients. They have to rotate. We have to rotate the teams so that you don't always have the same team. Well, this team, they're always the feature team. This team, they always do testing. This team, they always do this. And they never rotate. You have to rotate the teams. Because the environment has to change. If they don't, we as humans, we tend to not only get bored with it, but we actually begin to get like set in our ways, subtly agitated, somewhat frustrated, kind of start feeling like we're no longer working on interesting things anymore. We're no longer doing fun things. This is not improving my career. Like all these kinds of things start coming up in one's mind. But when they rotate, the same way a farmer rotates crops, they don't run into that as much, and you have happier workers, happier employees. You have people that are looking forward to coming to work. They're looking forward to the work that they're doing because it's interesting, because they're not doing the same thing over and over and over and over. Now, should you rotate teams every 4 years? No, not necessarily. But there should be some rotation, and you have to figure out what that rotation should be. It's not going to be the same for every organization. The same way, it's not the same for every crop. Neither is it the same for every soil. The soil in Japan grows a different kind of crop than the soil in Georgia. And it has different nutrients, it does a different thing, it has a different outcome, and you have to keep that in mind. So when you're also thinking about agile gardening versus agile farming, there has to be an additional shift. So when we think modern agile, so modern agile starts talking about psychological safety. People need to feel safe to voice their opinions, to inject their ideas. They need to feel safe to do that. And in a garden, you can provide that safety, that psychological safety, and that's fine. But if you think about just an actual natural garden versus a farmer has to go a step further in providing a safe environment. A farmer has to start going to the point of being proactive to protect the farm, not just make it safe, because they know the intruders are coming. So when you start going towards agile farming, you have to know there's certain things that are going to come with that. You're going to start having more teams that are being compared to other teams, which does not work. But you have to anticipate that. You have to anticipate, okay, well, we have performance reviews. Wait, but if we have performance reviews and the whole team succeeds as a team, or the team fails as a team, and then you have this team over here that did really well, but this team over here that worked on this, they always get the easy stuff to do. You have to anticipate those things so that you can protect the safety environment. Does anyone know what this is? I'll be super impressed if anyone knows. All right. That is a farmer in Japan, he actually uses a robotic wolf to protect his farm. So maybe your teams have to start automating. You have to start looking at other things to help protect the safety of your team so that they're happier coming to work. And it's not, yes, you want folks to be happy, but it's not just to make an environment for everyone to be happy, but you do want folks to enjoy the work that they're doing. Does anyone know what this is? So I think I'm the only person that's allowed to be the little talker in the room. Any guesses? I think someone said it, but is it soap? No, it's not soap. Oh wait, what? It's not a way to distribute seeds, but it's seed related. It's foam. It's foam that they spray on the seeds when they anticipate frost coming, because they want to protect the safety of the seeds. The seeds were safe, so safety wasn't the issue. The issue became, how can we protect the safety? So we have safe teams, we have psychological safety, but how can we protect the environment that keeps the safety there? So when we're thinking agile gardening and agile farming, one is not better than the other. You just have to know what the fit is. You have to know the purpose in it. It's perfectly fine to have an agile garden. If you know this is our proof of concept, I was on a project, this was years ago, almost 20 years ago, and we did a proof of concept. It was actually for AT&T. We built a full-scale telephone company in the space of about this, and it was a proof of concept. That was the intent. That was the purpose. It was to demonstrate to AT&T, metro markets, this is the level of skill that we have and what we can do for them in their call centers. And that was the intent. We did not take that exact same proof of concept and say, now we can take this exact same thing, put it in your call center, and it's actually going to run your telephone company. Because there are other considerations when we started scaling that. But the intent was to prove that we could do it. So there's nothing wrong with the garden. But if you want to live off an agile landscape, you can't try to support a full city or a full community with a garden. You have to scale up to an agile farm. Any questions?